That's all I'm going to be using because that stuff is bulletproof, and then I don't have to deal with that apartment ever again. So, and it's like indestructible flooring. You know what I mean? And then if there's ever a gouge in that floor, I can just peel up the tile and pretty much just put a little bit of glue down, dry for like 2 or 3 hours, and then put it in tile down. It's fine.
Yeah, except it's hard to get that one tile up.
Oh, I can get it up. You use the heat gun. Like even if you cut little corners, you just use the heat gun, right? You heat it up first before you cut it out. And it cuts like butter.
Butter?
Yeah, like butter.
I just recently bought me my first heat gun.
And they're pretty good if you get to know one. Were you making flies yesterday? You were making flies for fishing, weren't you?
No, I was scrapping e-waste.
Oh, okay.
Tearing it apart for the gold and stuff that's in it. Kind of my hobby.
Do you make money off of that?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still in the collection process. And I'm only doing it as a hobby and to try to, once I get enough accumulated, I'm going to refine it down to the pure gold. And then the goal is just to keep.
You must get a lot of hard drives, eh?
Yeah, I get a lot of hard drives and circuit boards and stuff like that, but it's a hobby. Like it gives me something to do in between my other putterings.
Yeah, I fix computers on the side whenever I get a chance, and then of course people think they know it all when they got a computer, so they say, "We got a hacker. He's changing things," and I'm going, "That's just malware. It's not a hacker." And it's a hacker. Come here and see. And I look at their homepage and yeah, you got no virus protection. You got nothing on your computer. Like these old people going, it's got to be someone in the building. I go, I'm gonna no, it's not. Don't worry about it. I can fix it within a day or two. Don't worry about it. Like you make a big thing out of nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know nothing about computers. I know how to use them, and that is very limited use. I can tear them apart better than I can use them.
Yeah, but like I said, the people come to me because they know I know how to fix computers. Like I take old shit I find in the garbage, and I'll fix it. Like I bought this laptop used. I got an HP large screen laptop, a G72. I bought for $200 or $220 with tax. Then I had this one I found. It's like my computer exactly in the trash. Do a hard drive, my old hard drive in it. It works perfectly. It's a Dell.
Yep.
I got 2 laptops. They work fine. Sometimes you get problems, but you fix them.
This computer I'm working is a 24-inch all-in-one Dell. It's just a screen, but it's a touchpad screen. You can use it kind of like a.
Oh, okay.
And it's an all-in-one. And I got it at the dump. I brought it home. I bought a new power cord for it. Well, I plugged it in and tried it, and it worked. So I bought a new power cord that went to it. Fired it up. It got to the screen where it was locked. Got on my laptop. Downloaded Windows 10 through Dell.
Yeah.
Plugged that into the side of it. Rebooted it. It fired up, and it works beautifully.
Perfect. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
It didn't cost me a damn thing.
No.
Except for I think I paid $8.99 for the power cord for it.
Well, I went to a Wreckers one time. He had all the e-waste like you had, but tons of it. And I said to him, "How much for that laptop?" And he goes, "What do you just want one?" And I go, "Yeah, I just want the screws from the goddamn thing and then a few other things out of it, right? Like the fan and stuff like that. I'll give you $5 for it." Okay. You know what? I get the computer home. It's got a cord. I plugged it in. Everything works. There's nothing wrong with the computer. And the person had all its information on there. Like everyone had their information on there. I was laughing because you threw out a computer and all your information was on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't even bother to wipe out their information.
Well, you're getting notifications, I think, eh?
Yeah, I'm trying to clear them out. And it's funny, I only get notifications from very few people, but for some reason this thing will like load them up and keep them and then send them all to me at once. And sometimes
So what you do is you open that little white page because on the bottom there, with usually because mine will say 4 on it.
Yep.
Or like, whatever. If you go up to where it says clear all notifications, it clears them. But you can go into settings and fix that so none of those things will come up and notify you.
Oh,
because that is annoying.
Yeah. He's from what part of Canada are you in?
Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Winnipeg.
Right in the middle.
My stepdad's over here listening. He said you sounded like you're from Minnesota.
Oh, do I? Yeah.
Which would make sense because you're right above Minnesota, correct?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a bit of an accent here.
I heard him say, "Eh."
Eh?
Oh, yeah, eh.
Put your toque on. Get me a large double.
Yeah, if you're in the center, I don't understand how come Tim Hortons hasn't spread through the United States down that way.
I have no idea.
It only seems to be...
They're expensive. Their franchises are super expensive.
Yeah, it's $1 million.
Yeah. And I think Americans just don't like certain things. I mean, if they don't like... They like the Starbucks and they like their beer and then they like certain things. Oh, it's Canadian. That's too foreign for us. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Well, the Tim Hortons around here, we had one guy that owned 8 of them across the state.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you're telling me there's the only one left.
Well, I'm the only one left in the area, but this guy had 8.
Okay.
He had 8 of them in the area. He had one in Waterville, and then he had a couple down the Lewiston, Portland area, but he had 8 of them throughout the state. Okay. And I guess he got in some sort of argument with the
Tim Hortons reps or something, whatever.
Yep, and he just shut them all down and didn't bother to pay, just defaulted on 8 of them.
We got a guy in Winnipeg here. He owns all of every Tim Hortons in Winnipeg and some other town in Canada. So he's like the biggest one. And I tell you, this guy here, here's the strangest thought. Out of 2 Tim Hortonses, the busiest ones here, he makes $1 million every 2 days.
Wow.
If I would get a franchise and move to Austria and put maybe 4 of these Tim Hortons in a tourist area, like it's just like where there's really tourist people, I'd make clear from one of them $1 million every 2 days.
That's crazy.
Just selling coffee.
For coffee.
Yeah, just for coffee. That's just how it is.
But no, this guy shut all of his down across the state. So 8 of them in the state of Maine just shut down all at once. And then a couple months later, there was one, it's about 20 miles up the road that way.
Okay.
And the guy I work with said he went home Thursday night. Or no, he went home Friday morning because he was doing the overnights. He went home Friday morning. When he came back through Sunday night, it was gone. Signs were tore down and everything just that quick. And no warning, no nothing. So I don't know what happened to that one, but I've been talking to the people that
probably gone. What's the biggest city in Maine?
Portland.
Oh, Portland? Okay, that's way down south from you.
Yep. That's the largest, and then after that they're all the bigger cities are probably about the same size, like Bangor and Augusta and stuff like that.
Then there's Brunswick, right? Or Brunswick?
Brunswick, yep.
Brunswick?
Yep. But that's no, Portland is our largest city.
Where do you usually do all your shopping? In Brunswick, right? Because you're closer to Brunswick.
Waterville.
Oh, Waterville.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's like 12 miles that way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's still a pretty big town.
Yeah, it's our closest Walmart.
Yeah, I stopped going to Walmart. We stopped going there because it's getting too expensive there.
Yeah, it's still cheaper than J.C. Penney or anything like that. So,
what we don't have here. I'm not a Costco fan because I got fired from there. So I was one of their whistleblowers at Costco because they used to not wash any of the machines down in the butcher shop, and I used to get mad at them all the time. You gotta wash those down. You gotta wash them down.
you guys don't have a Whistleblowers Act up that way?
No, it's called you get your ass fired if you tell anyone.
Yeah, we have a Whistleblowers Act.
Well, I know someone else. I know someone else who pretty much blew the whistle on a whole bunch of other people, and he also got fired.
Yeah.
You know, and then people just don't blow the whistle anymore.
Yeah. Of course, what they do down here is if you do something like that, then they just make your life so miserable you want to quit. So,
yeah, well, like for me, it was just I was a younger person, and I didn't really like the job in the first place because it wasn't the job they hired me for.
right.
So it was like, okay, well, you can't do that to like meat. It just doesn't work. But they were pretty brutal with the meat and how they handled the meat. You know, it's after that they almost shut down that meat department. Came in there and said, "Hey, you better change some stuff." I was gone already.
Yep.
I was gone already, pretty much. So,
but here there's actually the Whistleblowers Act. They're not allowed to retaliate in any way. They can't demote you. They can't transfer you. They're not supposed to do anything. Of course, like I said.
oh, you know what Costco did? This is you'd find with Costco. Costco wrecked my credit rating due to that.
Really?
Yep. For blowing the whistle for Costco, I pretty much screwed up my credit rating because they went into my credit file and my social insurance card and screwed my credit so bad that a credit card company would never give me a credit card, or a bank will never give me a bank loan. That's how corrupt Costco is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I protested them outside about that and handed out flyers. You know what I mean? Off their property. And I got permission from one guy to stay on his property. The police tried to arrest me on this property. I said, no, I have permission from this owner to stand on his property, and I can have my right to protest.
Mm-hmm.
And they still ran and got a court order to get me off and stop protesting off of someone else's property, because that's how Costco hit the fan.
Yeah. Well, laws are probably different up there, but down here we have we got the
whistleblowing
and all that. So,
well, here's the whole thing. You live in Canada. This is why I don't like buying property or buying any property. The property is never yours. It belongs to the Queen of England. You're entitled to the property. Well, sorry, bitch. I ain't buying property then.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you bought property, if they decided they wanted it for something,
they could take it and not even pay you.
See,
it's happened before.
And why is it the Queen of England? Isn't Canada supposed to be a sovereign state?
No. We're all under Commonwealth, just like Australians are, and New Zealand. Anyone who has the Queen on their bills and on their exchange, is considered Commonwealth, and Commonwealth is the Commonwealth of the Queen of England, and pretty much her laws. Okay, so hypothetically, you need to get a law passed in Canada. Okay, here's the stupidest thing. First of all, you need 12 judges from the Canadian Supreme Court or the Queen of England to sign the document to pass the law.
That sounds like an easier process than we have here in the United States, though.
No, it's not. It's a pain in the ass. And then, see, that's why I'm a Republican. I'm a Canadian Republican, and people don't know what that is because I want to separate from Canada.
Oh, you want a revolution?
No, I don't. I want to separate from Canada. I want Manitoba to be a free and independent state.
Yeah, well, that's part of the reason, the U.S. is its own thing.
Part too. Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's not political. It's just look at, you have people like, above you have Quebec, right?
Yep.
And they've been fighting for freedom for years and never got it. Well, it's simple to do. I mean, just do it. Get your people together and just do it. But here, everyone is a fanatic of the Queen. That's the problem. If you say you're a Republican, a Republic here, you belong to the... See, and it's like liberals here are different from liberals in the States. It's not the same thing.
I would think liberals are liberals no matter where you are, but...
No, here there's like social democrats. I guess you can call that a liberal, right?
I hate to get into this.
I know. I'm sorry, dude.
To me,
yeah,
liberal just is another word for communist.
I know. And I hate commie things. Sorry. That's one thing I can't stand. Oh, I got into a channel one time and I was invited by this person and they just went on and on and go, this guy's a commie.
They were having some talks on Jimmy C and Friends channels last night, and I was gonna go in, but because I would love to debate on somebody that wanted that on their channel.
Okay.
And I would debate, but on mine, I'm afraid it might hurt viewership, and I don't have really enough viewers now to go screwing with them and lose half.
No, neither do I.
I just try to keep it out.
I only got, like I said, I only have like what I had yesterday. I only had in the morning I had 220 and I jumped to 235.
Yep.
I have
180, I think I checked this morning.
Yeah, this morning.
I've only got about 15 loyal ones.
Okay.
People that actually will, even if somebody's been in here, there's been a few people in here besides you. Nobody said anything, but everybody's checked the like button.
Yeah.
That has come in, and that's probably somebody that, one of my loyal followers that just don't have time to chat. So they click in, click the like.
And go somewhere else.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Just be in a hurry and just go down through and click in real quick, click the like, click out. I've only got about 15 loyal followers, and which is why I don't mind my channel growing slow the way it's growing, because I think the slower it grows, the more loyal followers you're going to have. And when you do get up past that monetization point, you're going to have more people there, that are actually going to follow you and not just come on and click to your channel because they saw you somewhere and then they never come back. That's why the YouTube purge doesn't bother me, because I just assume they, get everybody off my channel that doesn't come anyway.
Well, I'm still like certain things about YouTube. Like I have a video out I made July 30th, 2018. Right now it stands at 4,329 views. Yesterday it was at 4,129 views.
Yeah, I don't have anything even up close to 100 views.
Yeah, so this video I made
Or
is going nuts. I don't know if it's just trending, but people like it. Do you know what I mean? Or not? I got 17 thumbs down, 13 likes, but people are watching the video. They're giving me time, right? That's the whole
Right.
thing. They're giving me the hours.
Yep.
Because the video is only 6 minutes long, but it's still giving me the hours, because if you times that by 6 minutes by 4,329 views, you're building up with YouTube likes, right?
But is everybody watching the whole thing? You have to go into
they are.
analytics of it to see how much time has actually been watched on it.
I know I've been through it before. I gotta grab a coffee because I'm gonna fall asleep. Give me a second. Give me 1 minute.
It's all right. I gotta make another one too. So. I'm back. Coffee time. Mike and Missy, good morning. We were out getting coffee. Both of us needed a coffee at the same time. Coffee.
Oh, I'm back.
Missy came on. Yeah. Are you having your coffee, Missy? Or you need a coffee? Well, go ahead and get your coffee. Get your coffee, and then you can come on up if you want to.
Well, what's really funny is yesterday.
She's still in bed.
Oh, yes. Yesterday, I had someone come and ask me. One of my tenants came to ask me, "Can I borrow $50?" I'm going, "Hello, do I look like a bank to you?" I barely make any money, and they want to come and ask me for $50. I just don't have gas. Well, go ask family. Go siphon a tank.
Budget your money better.
Yeah, I try to do. I do way too much around here. If you look at it, way too much.
What are you still doing in bed, Missy? I've been up for an hour and a half now.
Oh, that coffee's so good. I got like bean Melita coffee. I get the beans, put them in a bean grinder.
Yep.
Every morning. And I need that nice tasting coffee. I don't know. I had Folgers the other day. Someone gave me. I had one sip, and I'm going, I can't drink this. I can't drink it. Sorry.
Why have you been up since 3:30? And while that takes 6 seconds to get to you, I'm going to go grab my coffee. It's done.
Okay.
Instant coffee is not bad if you get the correct one. There's one called. Why do I have so many grams in my coffee? Ugh. Cafe something. Nomadic Bite talks about it. And
Oh, okay. Because there's one I used to like. I used to drink. I used to have emergency supply of coffee just in case I ran out. And I can't remember if it was Jakobs. It was a German brand, and then they had this gold stuff. I used to get the. You ever heard of this grocery store called Aldi?
No.
Okay, well, this grocery store. There's some grocery stores in I think state of New York, Jersey. I think they have Aldi's there, and they have their own coffee brand, like instant coffee brand, and it's so good. I mean, I've for a pallet store. I mean, really good coffee. Let's see here.
Yeah, they won't go bad, Missy. They're like sealed forever. As long as it's sealed up, your coffee will stay good.
Yeah, it's freeze dried.
Oh, well, this stuff was called Cafe something. It wasn't an instant coffee. It was an instant espresso.
Oh, okay. I know which one that you're talking about.
And it was pretty good. We used it to go we used it camping this year, and between 3 of us, we used a whole big jar of it over 3 days because it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, they have one Nestle Gold. Nestle Gold coffee grounds. Or not coffee, instant coffee.
If you like a rugged coffee, this stuff right here.
Oh yeah, that's Green Mountain House. Yeah,
Green Mountain Dark Magic. If you want a good strong coffee, that's.
You're crushing the beans yourself too, right?
No, this is all.
Oh, is it? It is. Okay.
So, and if you have a Keurig, you can actually get it in the K cups too. So.
Okay. I'm strictly a Melita fan. What's I drink? There's a few others, coffee beans. But you know what? I pay like for a kilo of coffee, so that's almost 2 pounds of coffee.
2.2 pounds.
Yeah, I pay around $17.
That's not too bad though, really.
Yeah, and I sometimes get it on sale. Like I got mine. If it's on sale for like $9 a bag, I'll pick up 4 bags.
Yeah.
So I'm good for the month. You know what I mean? So.
I wouldn't want to take all that time in the morning though. Personally.
Doesn't take that long. Takes 2 minutes or a minute and a half to grind the coffee beans, and you throw it in the machine.
Yeah, I take a minute and a half to grind my coffee. I just want my coffee. A K-Cup's pretty quick, but other than that, I like a coffee machine that I set so it goes off about 15 minutes before I get up, so when I can stumble down the stairs and grab me a cup of coffee.
You know what a really good coffee machine is those diner ones?
The bun.
Yeah. The one with the top element and the bottom one. My sister still has hers. Never broke. She's had it for like almost 20 years now. And I'll tell you, it makes coffee so fast.
3 minutes. And that's because it has a reservoir, kind of like a K-Cup, and it holds water in it. And keeps it hot. So goes through really quick.
You know, and the coffee's really good too.
Get out of bed, Missy.
Coffee's really good. Actually, I know a guy who gets green coffee beans sent to him, and he fries them up every morning.
Yeah, that.
And that's going a little too far.
Yeah, no, not me. Nope. I don't want my coffee. Missy's growling at me.
No. Plus, I'm a little fanatic on a little strange on what kind of coffee I like too, because people try to offer me their mud. I won't drink it.
You know what I found, that the cheaper coffees, the best way to drink them, and this is going to sound probably gross to some people, but the best
Making cowboy coffee.
Well, yeah, you make it pretty strong, but that doesn't give it. If you make it strong, it with a bad coffee, if you try to make it too strong, it's you just still can't get that taste.
Yeah.
But if you make it the night before and then you reheat it the next morning,
Yeah, it tastes better.
then it tastes a little bit better.
Yeah. That's what I like. You know what you can do is take like a cheap coffee like Folgers, get a coffee can, pretty like a something you can boil on the stove with a lid. Put your coffee in there, boil it for 20 minutes. It's the best cup of coffee you ever have. Cowboy coffee is the best.
Yeah.
You're just boiling the bitterness out of it, right?
With your mouth, what are you talking about, Missy? I don't know what she's talking about.
Neither do I. Missy, go back to bed.
I think she's half asleep.
Yeah.
Missy is a hoop. She has become my YouTube bestie, though. She is a riot.
Is it a like? I don't know. See, I know I was watching this one YouTuber in Germany. I used to live chat with because his internet's really good, and he lives in a trailer park. And I go, you live in a trailer. You have the best internet I've ever seen. He's got the highest speed internet, like the 5G thing. But everyone else does not. I mean, you could build a brand new house in Germany, like fancy, like a $10 million house, but you'll have the crappiest internet. Okay, like you live in a trailer park and you got like the best freaking internet there is. And I'm going, I can't believe that. I just can't. Because I was trying to talk to a couple other people from Germany on YouTube, and it's like they cut out.
Yep.
Constantly, they just cut out. Their feed just doesn't work. It's
you had to refresh, Missy. Too bad you missed it.
Yeah.
You missed what we said. No, I said Missy has become my YouTube bestie. Now I sound like a girl.
Is that paint behind you, or is that the orange color wallpaper?
It's paint.
Oh, it's paint.
Yep. Took me 2 weeks to paint this room.
Why?
Because I was working, and so I painted it like a pumpkin orange.
Okay.
And let it dry. And then I took and put another coat of pumpkin orange on it and let it dry. And then I took and got a little bit darker orange, and I went around with a rag and did the ragging technique, let it dry, and then I did a little bit darker orange on top of that and went around it with a ragging technique and let it dry, and then I glazed over the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm tearing it all down.
You're taking it down?
Oh, yeah. My whole house is going to be wood. No sheetrock. No sheetrock. Getting rid of it all.
Yeah, the wood thing is really good. There's I guess you want like a well, you can't really see it. It's a German feel, but like a log cabin feel kind of thing, or just like a
yeah, sort of, but that's not why I'm doing it. Why I'm doing it is I put in a wood stove.
Okay.
And the sheetrock right near the wood stove, in the wintertime, you put your hand on it and it's cool.
Yeah.
But you walk across the room from the wood stove and put your hand on the wood, and you can feel the heat from the wood because the wood will absorb the heat.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps your house much warmer.
Yeah.
Sheetrock. So.
Well, it gets pretty cold in Maine, so.
Yeah.
Pretty damp too, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty damp there. I know that.
Robin to Howard Stern. I don't even get that. I've never watched Howard Stern or listened to him or whatever you do to him.
I can't stand the guy.
I'm clueless.
The guy makes everything like, I don't know what's with Howard Stern, but like he has to have an argument to have his show. So he has to like get someone mad on his show to have a show.
Oh, so he's kind of like Jerry Springer?
Yeah.
I never watched him either. So
the guy, it's for me. That's my phone. Oh, my boss emailed me. What does she want?
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. She constantly emails me like 4 or 5 times a day.
I figured she just had more work for you to do.
No, I find the work to do. That's the whole problem. Listen, when I first came to this building, she did nothing in here. Okay, they did nothing. These owners who were in here were slumlords. So you can imagine since 1991, since they owned the place, they never put money into this building. Okay, so they didn't put very much into this building at all. So, she find me
Ricola. I don't think that was Ricola. That was almost like the Folgers coffee theme, wasn't it? Your phone. Oh no.
Okay, why are you sending me plumber stuff? I have a plumber. He's my nephew. He charges you 10 times less than any other plumber. She'll meet a contractor, right, to do her house. And she'll get totally ripped off. She's been ripped off before. I go, why would you? She paid $10,000 for a deck. Who pays $10,000 for a deck when it's only 14 feet by 8 feet or something like that? You don't pay 10 grand for that.
And it's just a deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no. No. Did they coat it in platinum?
No. No.
Yeah, even if you had to pour a slab underneath that, you're still only looking at.
You're not allowed to put a slab underneath a deck.
Oh, really?
No, it breaks code.
Huh.
You can set up footings; they have to be 6 feet deep.
But you can't put a slab.
No, or you can put. Well, you can pour a slab, but your ceiling height has to be over 12 foot.
Okay. Oh, so it's not a deck; it's a porch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if it's a porch, like if you have a porch, like if the porch has a minimum of 3 feet, you cannot pour underneath it. So they don't want you to, because they don't want the deck to move in the winter, because the winters are pretty bad here.
Right, but if you pour the slab correctly, it's not gonna move.
It would move up here. It gets up to minus 40 in the winter.
Yeah, but wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, but even if it's poured right.
No, I know. If you find it, if it's poured right, but you'll never find guys like that to pour it right. That's the whole thing.
Right, because I have my house here. What it used to be was a single wide mobile home, and I added 20 feet the whole length of it. So when I had the pad poured, my pad that was here was 34 foot wide and 68 feet long.
Okay.
And they dug out 4 feet. They put in crushed gravel, then sand, then 3-inch layer of insulation, and then a little bit of sand, and then they poured the gravel on top of that.
They're not gonna do that here. They don't do that here.
Never gone anywhere. And,
here, you're lucky they pour some gravel down and throw the cement in.
Yeah, no. No, that isn't gonna work.
No, I know, and that's why half the buildings here, like all our driveways, like people just don't know how to put in driveways. Like I've put driveways in, and I've put in
Okay, man.
sidewalks. All my sidewalks have never cracked, and all my driveways have never cracked. And everyone else's driveways have sunken or raised or moved or cracked. So I have people saying, "Can you get back into doing sidewalks and then doing driveways again?" And I go, "No, I'm not doing it. There's no money in it."
Well, it all depends. Also, it depends on how deep your frost goes in the winter.
Oh, deep.
Like ours goes 3 feet.
Yeah.
So if you're doing anything where you don't want it to heave, you got to go down 4 feet.
Feet. Yeah.
Just to make sure that everything stays down so the frost doesn't get up underneath it and
Yeah.
push it up. So, but
Actually, we got one of the worst roads in Canada, though. That's the whole thing. We don't get our roads are bad here. Like if you go across our highway, it's like this, like you're bouncing around.
You've obviously never been to Maine.
Is it that bad there too?
Oh God, yes, yeah. Because I think it's because they'll go through and they'll fix a road.
Yeah.
And then the next spring, it's starting to pop up because that frost is pushing up rocks. They don't dig it down deep enough and put in crushed gravel. Good morning, Mickey XOXO. How are you doing today? Well, hopefully it's a fine morning where you are. It's a rainy, dreary, drizzly day here. Thought I'd have some.
Oh, okay. Now I know what she's saying. Oh,
Thought I'd have some coffee with friends.
that's why I need to wake up and have my coffee. She's explaining because we have a pipe underneath our building that has a bend in it, a drip, like a droop in the bend. Oh, there's my boss. Give me 2 minutes.
Alrighty.
I just out. Not too bad.
Coffee at work. Yep, I don't have to work today, so I'm just having coffee on YouTube because I can, because I don't have nothing else to do but dishes, and that's only going to take me 20 minutes. So, we had a late night last night with the ladies, but I'm thinking of making the ladies' night a thing for my wife and other ladies out there that would want to get up on a panel, and I'll just kind of hang out in the background like I did last night and control the computer when it needs to be controlled, but see what my wife thinks about it, and because she seemed to have fun with Misty, so we'll make it a thing for her once a week or whatever. So we got us all on here the other night, and the guys just overwhelmed the women. I mean, it was just Missy was on the panel, and she hardly got a word in edgewise. So that's what I come up with, the ladies' night idea. So yeah, maybe I can even get the rights to the song somewhere so we can play ladies' night on the intro or something into it. That'd be kind of cool. Laos Nogs, good morning. How are you today? Come on in, grab a cup. Are you 1 hour?
Oh, okay, I'm back. I'm sorry.
1 hour or 2 hours behind me, Mickey?
Ooh.
We got a couple more people in the house there. Lothar,
Oh.
we got Mickey XOXO and Louse Nogs. 8. So yeah, you're only see. I find that weird that you're way out in Texas, but you're only an hour behind me. That's just odd.
Well, it's 8. Well, it's going to be 9 o'clock here in the morning. That's why my boss calls every day at 9 o'clock in the morning to see how everything is.
So you're an hour behind me too.
Yeah. But like it's like a conference call every morning. So she emails me in the morning with some information or if I need anything or blah, blah, blah. And then at least it's contact with something, right? Because she had her son-in-law working here with her daughter and her stepdaughter. And they never like picked up their phone and never called me back.
You're in Maine, Laos, too? I'm going to have to go to the channel.
Laos? I got the other girl.
Laos. But you're
Mickey XOXO.
Yep. Mickey. Cool. Another fellow Mainer. OB. Yes. One of our famous, it's actually our only famous beach town. Old Orchard Beach has the best beach in Maine. I think it's one of the very few sandy beaches that we actually have. So
yeah, I think Mickey XOXO has the like kind of like a review channel.
Yep, she does. She does reviews and she does other stuff. And you go in and watch her latest video, or not her latest, because her latest is different, but she has a review in there where she does a roasting, and she roasts E-Waste Mike, Mountain Bush Crafters Alliance, and
she can roast me. I don't care.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
I was gonna roast her on the fake bag she's got. She's got these bags. I watched this one review, and it's like it looks like a Gucci bag. They're trying to copy a Gucci bag for like $3,000. And I look at the bag, and I think it's like a maybe a $50, $60 bag. It's like they copied Gucci's design or trying to copy it. Like it's like they're trying to copy expensive bags, right? And it's like,
yeah.
Well, no, that's not.
Mickey gets yeah, she can explain it better than I am. These companies send her stuff for her to review online.
Yeah.
And
that's what I figured. I'm going, I don't think she bought this stuff. So I'm thinking maybe a bag company gave her and sent it to her. And
yeah, replicas.
Oh, no, it's not a replica. That's a dangerous word.
Replica. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a replica, a real one, or I don't know.
Well, I could tell you from a fake Rolex to a real Rolex to a fake watch to a real watch. Yeah.
That I can tell you with a Rolex.
And bags and stuff like t-shirts.
Real Rolex.
Yep.
From a fake one.
And then I remember going to Walmart and looking at these t-shirts they had for sale up here. And I go, hey, they're all Nike. They're all fake. They're all fake. Walmart were selling fake crap. They must have got stuff in by accident, got through, sell it really quick so no one knows. And the t-shirts were garbage because Nike shirts are really good, right? Like usually they're high quality, like t-shirts.
Right. Well, now can't quite call it a fake because Walmart has agreements with a lot of these higher end companies where they're allowed to use their logo.
Yeah.
So it becomes, it's not an official Nike product, but they can put the Nike logo on it and therefore sell it at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
So it was probably something Walmart did on purpose. They made an agreement with Nike and was able to print out, a bazillion shirts with the Nike logo with having Nike's permission. And I'm
You
sure.
guys got farmers markets out there, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. You ever see like they have like the bazaars where there's some guy in the corner selling T-shirts and they're like all the good name brands, but they're all fakes?
Around here, our farmers market is only allowed to sell produce.
Oh, okay. You go in anywhere in Europe, you go in every neighborhood, you're gonna find guys finding, selling produce, selling fish, baked goods, everything.
Yeah. Well, here, because farmers markets get they get special tax status. You
Oh,
sell at a farmers market, so you're only allowed to sell. And in the state of Maine, food isn't taxed unless it's a snack like potato
yeah.
chips or
Well,
something.
it's the same as Canada, so they did a copy to Canada.
Yeah. So regular food isn't taxed, and so farmers markets get a special tax thing. So they're only allowed to sell produce.
Oh, so it's not like a craft market, I guess, because that would be.
No, we have flea markets and stuff like that where you can sell food
Okay.
and stuff, but our actual farmers markets, they're not allowed to sell things unless it's personal items like a business card that's turned into a sticker or something like that. They can sell little things like that.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with your business, but T-shirts and stuff like that don't go.
I know, like one YouTuber. She lives in Germany, and she gets like she's got stuff on her channel, like like bags and stuff like that.
Vicky, those are the best. Those are the best words ever. Those brands are good.
Yeah. This lady in Germany, she's got like she does like the same thing, like kind of thing where she reviews what she unboxing and unbagging kind of thing. So she's got this purse, like a Coco Chanel purse, right? And I'm going, you know what? That purse is like 14 grand. So I go look it up yesterday really quick because she's got it on her channel. $29,000 for this bag.
Ouch.
Okay, so I mean, she's got like this Chanel handbag. She's reviewing, and I'm going, you know what? There's only maybe 40 to 50 people who can actually afford that bag in real life. Like, it is expensive. Like, it's not cheap.
Yeah, I'd sell it. If I get anything worth anything, I try to sell it.
Well, that's why I had this watch, because I don't wear watches, and I didn't like the color because it was purple, and it was a rare watch from Japan, right? But I traded it for the big M&M.
Oh, yeah. I've seen the M&M thing.
Yeah, and I use it as my vape table, so all my vape juices fit inside of it and everything else. And I go, at least it's not so cluttered. And it's fun to look at.
Yeah, my thing is jewelry. I'll buy gold jewelry, but I'll figure out, what carat it is and what the gold content is in it is worth.
Okay.
And that's all I'll pay for it.
Okay.
And then I'll turn around, and if I can, I'll sell it for twice as much money. If it don't sell, I don't care, because then I can just reduce it down and get the pure gold out of it, and I'm not out any money. So.
Yeah, we've got the same thing where my wife's mother died, and we had all that jewelry she collected and everything else, and a lot of it was just costume jewelry. There wasn't that much gold.
Yeah.
And then we did, found some, didn't find some, but
yeah, I don't mess with costume jewelry. If I find it or if I get it for free, I'll take it and I throw it into a thing, because eventually I'll reverse electroplate everything and pull the gold off in it.
with boric acid or
reverse electroplate, and you have to use
Electric, right?
All right, Nikki. Thank you very much for stopping in. I'm sure I will see you somewhere later. Thank you for coming. Not hydrochloric acid. Sulfuric acid. You
Sulfuric
take,
acid. Yeah.
yeah, you get a sulfuric acid bath, and
Yeah.
you have a lead element on one side or
Yeah.
anode, and then you have a copper like basket or something,
Okay.
and you put the negative on the lead and the positive on the copper basket, and you drop in your gold, and it de-electroplates it, because when you electroplate something, it goes to the negative
Okay.
and it won't stick to the lead, so it goes out into the solution and settles down, and then you can take that, pull it out as a sludge, and refine it down with hydrochloric and nitric and
Yeah.
get you pure gold out of it.
Yeah.
But it takes something like, oh, what is it? It's about 1,700 grams will yield about 2 grams of gold.
Okay. There's a guy, and I'll try to get you his video link, and you can watch him. He's in Florida, and he does that where he extracts gold with chemicals.
Yep.
He's cooking it and burning it, like not burning it off, but he's cooking it in like these vessels to get a lot of gold out of it. He gets what else? What did he get out of it? He got a 4-ounce bar of gold.
Uh-huh.
So that was pretty good. So it was pure 99.9% gold. It's pretty good. So
yeah, there's a guy that I go to on YouTube who I've been learning. I mean, I got Hoke's book so that I could do it. You know, I wanted to know all the things, so I bought Hoke's book on refining gold, which was written back early 1900s, but it still applies today to everything. And then there's a guy on here called Three Tips that is just phenomenal when it comes to, I mean, he explains to you exactly, right down exactly what he is doing.
okay, yeah, I think maybe that's the guy. I think maybe that's the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's in North Carolina though.
Okay.
But he just, I mean, he explains everything right down to a T on how he is doing it, and it's the best information that I have found on YouTube on how to do it.
Because there is a guy who used to do aluminum, and I think he got killed by accident because you're not supposed to burn aluminum out in the rain.
Oh yeah, it causes
like an explosion. I don't know how this guy died, but I don't know. But I was laughing because I was going, you need to heat those forms up. He had these metal forms where he's melting down aluminum.
mm-hmm.
And I go, and it just pop everywhere, right? And I go, you got to heat those forms up first with a torch. Get those forms warm so they don't, because aluminum works on even cold water cells that are in the steel, and it will blow the mold apart, right? So a lot of people don't know how to work. They think they know how to do everything, and then when it comes to something, they explode. It's a nasty.
Yeah, it doesn't matter why you're pouring. You should heat your mold up when you're pouring into it. Always, because it will cause. Yeah, it'll like almost explode because it's that cold hitting that really intense heat. And
yeah. Because I had like when I went to Germany, I had like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I had only 4 trades I could take because they were paying for them. I wasn't paying for them; someone else was. So one of them was to build church bells.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and I didn't like because I got to see every single one of them, so I got to go to the places where they did all this stuff.
Yep.
And the church bell thing I looked really interesting, really nice, but they were just the meanest people. I mean, they were just not. Don't stand that close. I'm standing 10 feet away, and there's nothing happening. Do you know what I mean? Like you guys, there's no heat.
Right, but they probably need to keep back a certain area in case something happened. So
no, they're just pretty much didn't want me there, and they didn't want someone to teach someone. I guess I don't know. They're just pretty rude. It's down by the garage door. You know, it's like, okay, no, go get us coffee. And I'm going, yeah, give me the money. And I said, okay, I'll go get you coffee. I just took the train back home. I'm going, screw that. They're still waiting for coffee.
I have to go away for 2 seconds because the coffee is starting to work.
Oh, it's starting to work. Yeah. Hello, people. Too early in the morning. Are you awake yet? I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Did you fall in?
No. So Missy's not back yet.
No. I was thinking, except I have cabinets to fix today, and I'm going, I need a good piece, really good piece, right, of wood. And I look over, there's a good piece right in my bedroom. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I can use that now. People want for me.
Oh, what am I looking for? There it is.
So it's just for you. What are you doing today? Just sitting around? Rainy day? Is it pouring out or what?
Nah, it's not. It's not even raining. It's just.
Oh, great!
You know, it's overcast, and you can feel the dampness in the air, but it's not raining, which isn't going to allow the lawn to dry up. So I can't go mow the lawn.
They do up here when it rains.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll clog the hell out of your lawnmower. It leaves these big clumps everywhere.
Yeah, these guys here slip and slide on the lawn. It's hilarious. It's just so stupid. I've never seen idiots do this. Like they don't come here on a nice day. Like I have a tractor here, right? So the tractor I cut the grass with, and they got like sort of a same. I guess they got like a John Deere, and they only come here when it's raining.
Huh.
Doesn't make any sense.
No. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I told my wife I'd do the dishes up. That'll take away 20 minutes.
Well, how long does it take you to cut the grass?
Well, because of my reconstruction here, because this isn't this is no longer a single wide. I tore the single wide out.
Okay.
And I took that addition that was on it, and I cut that in half, and I spun it around and leaned it up against, bolted it and attached it up to the other half.
Okay.
And then added a second story on half of the house. So all that construction is kind of everywhere.
Oh.
And so all I got is my front lawn right now. It'll take me about a half an hour, 45 minutes to mow it, but I just got to push mower. But
okay.
once I get everything back the way it belongs, I got 2 1/3 acres here, and about 1.5 acres of it is lawn. So it'll take me a 3 hours to push mow it.
You need to get a riding lawnmower.
Yeah, I will have one before I get everything all cleaned back up. I can't mow it. There's just nails and old pieces.
I'd probably have an acre. If you add it all up, there's probably an acre of lawn, and I get it done within 30 minutes sitting down.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And My nephew will come over and go, "Why are you driving that so slow? You can drive that 10 times faster." Because it's a Craftsman 25 horsepower. He goes, you could fly with that. Like that's like the sports car of lawn tractors. I go, no, I don't drive that fast. I'll fall off.
No, when I get everything all cleaned up, then I'll get me a rider. I used to have a rider, but it went to heck. So, Mike and Missy's back. Are you out of bed yet?
I fixed it though. I fixed my riding lawnmower here. I took the whole thing apart. The fuel tank was cracked. I ordered a new fuel tank from the wreckers. He had one. He goes, "You can have it." And I said, "Okay, I'll come pick it up." The motor was fine. It just never had an oil change. So I dropped all the oil out of it, put new oil in, put a new battery in. Sure works like new.
Back in bed, Jesus. I had an old 1960 something Craftsman lawnmower that actually was standard. I mean, it wasn't like different gears up here that you just put it into. This one actually had a shifter down between your legs.
Your legs. Yeah, I know that one.
And it had dual gears. It had a high and low gear and transaxle in it, so it had 2-speed rear end.
Yeah.
If I put that thing in low gear, I could tow the boat that I had with that sucker.
Yeah.
And it was just a little 14 horsepower.
Was it the orange one? Because they made one that was orange.
It was yellow and white.
Yellow and white. Okay, I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
It was old. I mean, I had attachments for it. I had a snowblower attachment that went on the.
We got those too. Yeah, we got those too. And they didn't work.
But that sucker was rugged, and I couldn't really use it to mow my lawn. But I used it. I just pull it up a little bit, and I would mow over, pinky-sized brush and stuff with it, and it would just trim it right down. Yeah, you missed Mickey. She had to go back to work.
Well, like I said, I got a snowblower attachment for this one, but I'm not putting it on. It takes 5 hours or 6 hours to install the thing.
Really?
Yeah, and then there's pieces missing and everything else, and I'm not going to bother taking it out in the winter. So, because you go on a snowblower in the wintertime, you get most of the snow, and you're all wet from the snowblower.
That's why they make that one, the ones you walk behind, that's got that shield.
Yeah. So one of my tenants who lives here, he brings his snowblower over here, and I just use that. He goes, "Oh yeah, just plug it in and then start it. It's got electric start on it." And he goes, "Just use that." And I use that all the time. So
yeah, my buddy, my best friend lives down the road only about a mile here, and for years he'd just come down with his plow truck and plow me out because because my driveway is 350 feet long.
Holy shit! Okay.
So, and then his brakes and everything went because it's just his plow truck. So he took it off the road, and he just plows his driveway and his mother's driveway, which is right next door to him. Okay. And so he doesn't come down. So I've had to either hire people or, well, one year I just drove in and out with my 4-wheel drive truck, and I didn't just
flattened it down.
Yep. Then last year I went out and bought a snowblower. I bought it used on a lawn sale for $160. I paid for it. Went and spent $250 to get it fixed. Used it once and it died on me again. Shit. And then I got looking online, and I'm like, I got over $400 into this old used snowblower. Yeah. And I got looking on eBay, and I can order a brand new one that's identical to the one I bought for $500 brand new and have it delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing this year.
Well, you guys got to have used tractors up there too, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go out and spend that kind of money for.
Because one of our guys here, like, he bought a tractor for $400. It's an old tractor from the 50s. The thing runs like new.
Yeah,
it runs like new.
Well, around here we got a lot of farms, so if somebody's selling a tractor, it's either wore out so
Yeah.
bad that you're not going to want it,
Yeah.
or they're going to want a lot of money for it. So,
yeah.
I mean, I could just go get me an old, buy me some old beat up $500 four-wheel drive pickup and stick a plow on it and just plow my own driveway.
Well, there's a guy, I know there's a guy in Maine. He's got I guess it's a $400 car, right? And he put a snowblower attachment he built himself in front of that car, and it runs. I don't know how he did it,
I don't know.
but it's got an electric motor. So I think it's two snowblowers he took, because they have the two pipes coming like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just took a normal car and he put tire chains on the car, and he just uses his old car, and he says the battery don't work. Like he's just I guess a guy who's got, I think, what did he say? I think 3,000 feet to the main road.
Out. Yeah, that's a lot.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people don't have a brand new truck to get through in four-wheel drive. A lot of people don't have trucks, right? So,
Yeah, I got rid of my truck.
did you?
Yeah, I bought that Jeep that I've had on my videos.
Okay.
I just, my credit went to hell. When I lost my carpentry business, my credit went to hell along with my carpentry business. So
Yeah.
That truck was costing me a fortune. So I bought this Jeep for basically $100 more than my monthly payment was on the truck.
Oh, okay.
And I just tinker around with that and keep it going. And I put a whole new front end under it, but I bought everything off eBay. So that only cost me, like $300 or something like that.
Okay.
But she's getting old, so I may go get me something different here pretty quick.
Well, like I said, I'm a stonemason by trade, and I used to do my job here, but no one's got money to pay, so that's how you lose your ass up here, because people just don't pay you.
Yes, I have had to go and put what we call a debtor's lien on.
We've done that here too, and it doesn't work.
Well, it does here. You put a debtor's lien on it, and they go to refinance their home or something like that, and they can't do it because that lien's on it.
Yeah.
They don't like the debtor's lien. They don't want to stop themselves from being able to get if they need a $10,000 construction loan or something and they can't get it because they owe me $500. Yeah, they usually pay me up pretty quick. So, but I don't do that anymore because things went downhill, and not with me, but with our economy.
Yeah.
And
especially around 2008, right? So
nope, it was right around 2000.
Oh, really?
No, not 2000. You're right, 2008. Yes, I'm thinking back too many years. No, it was 2008 because the year 2000 to 2008, I was doing great.
Yeah.
With my business, I was making $85,000, $90,000 a year. One year it was a little over $200,000.
Yeah. But they were giving everyone a credit card in 2008.
Gross, I gotta say, that's not I got it, but gross. My business made $200,000, and then the 2008 election. Not that he did anything, but people got scared because they didn't know what he was going to do, so they stopped spending money.
Yeah, I know, but there's more than this whole story. What you think it is? What happened was. The credit card.
I know what happened.
The credit card companies gave credit cards to people who didn't even have jobs, who couldn't even pay their credit card debt, and they were giving credits up to $50,000 to these people. To get them, because let's help these people out a bit. Well, these people just went crazy and bought whatever in 2008. They got house loans because they had $50,000 in credit. So people started buying homes. The first-time homeowner owners started buying houses. Yeah, but then the interest rates went up. They couldn't even afford to pay the mortgage on these new homes, and so these people had to go bankrupt They bank 2008 was killer for the whole world. It wasn't just, and I believe it was Capital One, Visa, and MasterCard who started that in 2008. So
yeah, but here what happened with me was just people got scared of spending their money. They would rather pay somebody, some Joe Schmo, $500 to do a patch in their roof,
yeah,
as they would pay me 15 grand to put a whole new roof on for them.
yeah,
Because they were, not that they didn't have the money, they were scared to spend it.
yeah.
And so it just ruined my business. So
Well, I know, like I said, I know people that used to have homes in Germany and businesses. Now they live in trailers at trailer parks. They lost their shirt on everything because their whole business relied on anything to do with homes and credit and building, like, building materials, contractors. I know a guy who pretty much lost his shirt because he made railings, for like airports, like the railings, the partition railings.
yep.
He used to make those by hand, custom made. He made them all for the Berlin airport, the new airport. It's not even open yet. It's still, I think, 18 years on the go. And they didn't pay him. The other contractor went bankrupt. He lost his shirt. He lost his home. So he lives in a trailer. His wife left him everything. So 2008, 2009 were the most divorces worldwide.
Yeah, people get upset about money.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
Because either I have it or I don't.
Hey, if I had it, it'd be a little bit different. It'd be nice, but I don't have it.
All right, it would be nice, but I don't get upset if I don't have it because I've seen people do it, and this is something I actually learned from my stepdad. Just years growing up around him. Getting stressed out because you don't have any money is not going to get you the money any faster.
Yeah.
So there's no point in stressing. Just let be what's gonna be, and you'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
And there's no point in getting stressed. And people just don't get that. It's because it's like, oh my God, oh, my wife does it. Well, this costs this much money, and I'll like, yeah, buy it. Well, that'll take almost everything we got. Well, we got a paycheck coming again next week. Don't worry about it.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Good morning, Mike McConkey. How are you doing today, my friend?
But that's like, when even groceries are super expensive now, especially up here. I mean, we can't afford beef. Beef is way too expensive. It's just like, it's like we have to budget on everything.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. We'll deal with it. I'm not, I can't buy certain things and then I'll go without. You know what I mean? I'll just go without.
Yeah, I do it all the time. E-Waste Mike, good morning, my friend. We're just here having some coffee. Well, I'm all done my coffee. I had 3 cups, which is 1 more cup than I am supposed to have, according to my doctor. So, my doctor told me yesterday, because he always asks me, "Are you exercising?" And I'm always totally honest with my doctor. I mean, there's no point in lying to my doctor. I go to him for a reason. Why lie to him? So, he asked me, "Am I exercising?" No. So he has asked me to do a simple exercise, and he said it won't take much of your time. He said, but I would like you to just walk. You don't have to jog. You don't have to fast walk. He said, just walk for 30 minutes a day, 4 or 5 days a week. So I asked him if pushing my lawnmower counts, and he says yes.
You want to have the quickest workout and the best workout? I'll tell you one little secret what boxers do and lots of athletes do to burn weight and to stay healthy.
You gonna mow the lawn in this weather, Mike?
Jump the rope. Jump rope is the best one to do.
Yeah, I'm not jumping rope. No, my back wouldn't handle that.
No?
No.
We'll put springs on your feet.
J&M Explorations. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. First time to the stream. Thank you for stopping in. I will check you out in a little while. I will go to your channel, put on a watch later so that I can go check your channel out.
Okay, which one is that?
J&M Explorations.
I'll go take a look.
Yeah, I just put them on a watch later. I'll go check them out in a little while. And I like the exploring channels. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do. My friend in Germany does that.
Yeah, see, I won't mow in the rain.
They go check out abandoned places. Yeah.
I won't mow in the rain, Mike. It's against my religion. No, I'm not gonna go mow in the rain. It's too damp out there today. I got all day today, which if it clears off a little bit and the grass dries up, I'll go mow it. And if not, then there's always tomorrow. So
J&M Exploration. I guess they must be in the States somewhere.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'll check them out when I'm done with the live stream. So Mike, you're not playing e-waste, Mike. You're not playing. Oh no, it's morning time, so video games is at night. I'm sure you'll be going on live here sometime coming up. He's in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So a fellow New Englander.
You know, I always find it really strange how, you know, you go into a place that's been abandoned for like years. And there's this one place, this one story would freak me out. It was in Paris, France. And they opened up this apartment, and this apartment was pretty much abandoned for over 100 years, or close to 100 years. These American couple, when in 1914, had a apartment in Paris, and they abandoned everything inside of that apartment and went back to America. But on the way to America, their ship was torpedoed by a German U-boat in the First World War. So the apartment stayed empty.
That'll screw up your whole day.
The apartment went empty for over 100 years, with the power still on and the running water still on. And I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Nothing was touched in that apartment for over 100 years.
In Gray. Yep, I know where Gray is. Quite a bit south from me, but I do know where it is. And Maine-iac. I heard of Maine-iac, but I can't remember where it is. All right, Mike, you have a good day. We will catch you on the flip side. But yeah, abandoned buildings around here are old houses that have fallen down too much for the people to live in them anymore. So it's really not worth exploring too much here.
No. There's a couple of army bases in Germany that are pretty empty, but are pretty cool. I've been to a couple of them exploring like that. Out here, there's not really much because there's nothing really abandoned. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I know in the States they got abandoned shopping malls where there's maybe 1 or 2 stores in them. Here, all the shopping malls got stores in them.
Explore plan in Long Island. Well, yeah, maybe you can do a collab with Mike and Missy on that one. She lives right there. Well, she's right there on Long Island. An amazing explore plan on Sunday in Poland. Down Poland, where the original Poland Springs is.
Oh, okay.
Poland Spring water. The original Poland Spring is It's just a little spring that came up out of the ground, and that's where the water come from. And they took it and made the hole come up, and then they surrounded it and made it like a basin so that it comes up in, and then they built a building around it, and that's where they started bottling it. But anybody that buys Poland Spring water now is not in the right frame of mind, because they basically go up the dead river, they suck it out of the river, they run it through a quick filter system and ship it out to be bottled. So
yummy.
Yeah, the original was pretty good because it was a spring, but now they don't. Confusing my whereabouts. Oh yes, you're in Queens, right? Queens. Isn't Queens on Long Island? So, yeah, where I go up, my camping video when we was on Dead River, we were just right. I mean, as you go down about a mile before you get to where we was, is the road that goes down into the Poland Springs plant down in there. So, yeah, just remember, Missy, and this is true, that water is full of fish have sex in it. I said it a little nicely.
So do people.
Well, no, that water up there is pretty cool. Maybe above stream in Flagstaff Lake. They might, but right down there, it's Missy. You buy that much Poland Spring, you fill up your little tub, and too funny. Too funny. But yeah, they do say Poland Springs is amongst the best, the best water. But you know what? I've got a well, my own personal well, and the water's just fine. I don't like water anyways. Everybody says you need to drink water. You need to drink water. Well, this flavored water, coffee flavored water. I'm getting plenty of water.
Yeah. So. You know what? I think I'm going to take the day off. I'm beat.
Every once in a while, I got to say, though, I will get a thirst that I just can't get rid of it. And I will actually have to go and drink myself a couple glasses of water to get that thirst to go away.
Yeah.
But luckily, I have well water, so I know it's good water. It's a little heavy in iron, but I got to put my filtration system back in, which isn't a big one. It's just a little one that, the water goes into and it just filters it really quick.
Does the water taste hard, though?
No, not really.
Okay. You come up here, the water tastes like you drink water from the ground. It is hard. Oh, man. It's hard to swallow the water. It's got iron taste to it.
I have a good well. We had back here, let's see, back in 2004 or 5, we had a drought here in Maine, and all my neighbors around me, their wells went dry.
Okay.
I filled up a 5,000-gallon swimming pool, popped the cap off my well, and it was only about 10 feet down below the ground.
Okay. So you had water. Yeah, you had water still.
Well, I got looking at a geological survey, and down through this area is an ancient river.
Oh, okay.
And, it's underground. And it evidently got filled in when the glaciers come down and stuff like that. But there's an ancient river there, and there's some sort of a water reservoir right in this area.
Okay.
That just happened to be my well. Got close enough to it that I've never seen my water down below about 10 feet. And my well's only 125 feet deep. So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, other people in this area, their wells are at least 200. The guy just across the road had to go 400 feet to get decent water.
Yeah, my sister's in up here. It's because she's close to the Red River, so her well is 629 feet down, or something like that, 630 feet.
Yeah, I bet you do, J&M. That's got to be exhausting.
But they played a joke on me. They said, "Here, have this glass of water. Taste their water." And oh, it's gross. Well, yeah, that's before we filter it. No,
My grandmother had the best water, though.
really?
Their well casing was only 8 feet tall because the ledge rock was that close.
Oh, okay.
And it went down through the ledge rock, and then right out behind their house, when it rains, you could see the water bubbling up out of the ground.
Oh, okay. So it was
And
like
so
a
they hit
natural spring almost.
Oh, as a kid, that was the best tasting water I've ever had in my life. I don't know if
See,
it was.
that's the whole thing. There's something, I know because I've been up to New Brunswick and I tried from a natural spring, and the water tastes completely different out there than coming here. You try the water here, it's like, what did you do? It's nothing. It's just because the stone underneath,
Yep.
it makes it taste different, and it
Yeah,
tastes
the ledge rock puts a taste into the water.
Yeah, this stuff here makes it taste so hard, and the old people go, "That put hair on your chest." I go, "Well, that's why your wife needs a razor."
Yep.
But there's people who swear by it, right? Like in the Czech Republic, when I went there one time, because they have these water natural springs there, and they got the same thing where it comes from a certain rock, but the water does not taste like ours. Our water just tastes awful. There's just something wrong with it where.
Yeah, a lot of it's got to do with the elements that are in the ground and stuff. With all the stuff. Anyways, it's in the ground, and it all makes the water taste different. Mine's not bad, so.
It's like when I went up to way up north, up close near Alaska. The water is really good up there. Oh my! Clean water. Softest water I've ever had is in Austria in the mountains. And the cleanest. I've never had such. It just tasted clean. It smelled clean. You could tell there was no chemicals in it. But it was soft. You know what I mean? It was like a soft, like really good. Not really good to make coffee, but that's why they use espresso machines out there to make coffee. Because if you use a normal coffee machine, your coffee would be bitter.
You misspelt it, Missy. It's Warta. Warta.
Water.
I like to hear Missy talk.
But you know what? The worst cup of coffee you can get in North America?
McDonald's.
No, I mean the worst tasting in general. Not a company, but what town?
Nah.
No? Okay. If you ever go to Niagara Falls, Canada, you'll never get a good cup of coffee. The coffee's all crap.
I've been to the American side of Niagara Falls.
Okay, but if you go to the Canadian side, you'll never have a good cup of coffee.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? Yes, there is, Missy. There is a middle finger emoji.
So I was talking to someone last night. They're going, "Are you ever going to travel? Are you ever going to do this?" And I'm going, "Where am I going to travel to?"
All right. Well, it'd be cool. You said you wanted to move to Austria, so.
Yeah, because I got a citizenship there. So I'm a citizen of Europe, but
My wife wants to go somewhere. I'm gonna take and go down because in order to get into Canada, we don't need a passport. We just need that passport card.
yeah. Well,
And
I can't really go to the States until I get my pardon. So I have to wait another 4 years before I get that. So
yeah, but I'm gonna take her up and just take her into Canada so she can see that it basically is Maine,
yeah,
only a different country.
yeah.
Um, but take her up and do it. And we almost went into it oh no, it wasn't last. It was in March. We almost went on it by accident because I missed the Holton exit. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
And luckily there was one more exit that I could
Exit to leave.
But
Why don't you guys get? You can get your
supported-
passports.
What's that?
You can get your passports. They're not that expensive. They're
Yeah,
like
but
40
in order to
bucks
go to
each.
Canada, we just like a passport's like $120 or something like that. But for I think it's $30, you go get the little passport card. It's only good for Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
So
They bitch about that too. They usually search your car when that happens. The whole thing is those cards. I call them cards that you're gonna just get pulled over back on both ways of the trip. You're gonna go into customs and they're gonna search your car. I see it all the time.
I dated a woman in Canada, and
Did you?
Yeah, she was up in Edmonton.
Edmonton, yeah.
No, not Edmonton. Edmonton.
No, I know Edmonton, yeah.
No, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's in New Brunswick, it's just across the Maine border. And going across the border, it was like, hey, come on in. Welcome. Where you going? I'm going up to visit somebody. All right, have a good day.
Not us.
And then I come back and go back across the border, and it's like pull me over, tear my car apart. Good morning, R5. How are you doing this morning, my lady?
The whole thing is too, if you've ever been arrested, they don't like it, right? So you're not allowed to come over if you got a record. So
yeah,
that goes both ways. So
yeah, I got arrested when I was a teenager, so it's not even on my record, so they can't find out.
Yeah. So like I said, I gotta wait 4 more years until I get a pardon, and that will cost me like $1,500. Then I can go to the States again. But I got no money to go to the States anyway, so I'm not worried about it.
I'm doing good, R5. Just sitting around and decided to do a morning coffee chat, and we got Lotar on here that I'm chit-chatting with this morning, and sitting around seeing if the weather's going to get nice enough for me to mow the lawn, or if I'm just going to do dishes and play around on YouTube all day. That's how I'm doing.
Yeah, I haven't had a day off in about a week, so I'm beat. I'm beat today. I can't even think straight anymore. You need that day off once in a while, right?
Yep.
I put too many hours in a couple of weeks. Well, what was it?
Yeah, I'm on my 3rd day off in a row. Tomorrow's my 4th, and then I got to go back to work for another 3 hours for another 3 days of 12-hour shifts.
Yeah. When I first came here in 2016, in November 2016, I used to pull in 16-hour days right up to like July of 2017. I worked every day. I never took a day off. I think I stepped out for an hour to get groceries or something like that. But
yeah, I spent 2 years before my heart attack. I spent 2 years where we get paid every 2 weeks, and none of my paychecks was for less than 144 hours. Not a single one of them. I worked 12 hours a day, 6 days a week minimum.
mm-hmm.
And after 2 years of that straight, and then I had my heart attack, and it's like, you know what? I've got all this sick. Well, I used up my sick time for the heart attack, but I've got all this vacation time built up. I only have to work 3 days a week. I'm going to calm down. So now I take at least a week off every 3 months, and I haven't. Well, I told them I still work an extra day or two a week. You know, I'll pick up a shift here or there. But I told them from now until the end of July, I'm not taking any overtime.
Yeah.
I'm going to work my 3 days. I need to chill. What I do is kind of stressful on people, and I never seen it. It's taken me 5 years to see it, but now I'm starting to see the stress of work, and so I just need to back off before I go, you know, job. And I just don't want to say, hey, this is enough. So I'm backing off a little bit to kind of get my bearings and stuff like that.
For me, I can work maybe 2 or 3 hours a day sometimes now. You know what I mean? I'll do this, do that for about an hour, and then if I want, I'll go take a nap, right? I'm the boss here, so I can pretty much do anything I like.
So. Off 3 days, work the last 2, and then off Saturdays. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad.
But you can burn yourself out pretty easy here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, me, I work with mentally, intellectually disabled adults.
Okay.
And the home I work in only has 2 gentlemen there, but they're both nonverbal. They need constant supervision. They can be combative. But that's not the problem I'm having with work. I'm having problems with my coworkers. I swear, are a bunch of idiots.
Oh, okay.
So it's not the guys I work with. I can handle them. They're great, and that's not what I'm having problems with work. It's not my coworkers are idiots. They just, I don't know. They're different than me, I guess, and it's just starting to get to me a little bit. So I decided to back off a little bit before.
Happens in every job.
Yep.
My sister my oldest sister is 65, and she was working at she gets a small pension, right? She doesn't get a big one. So she only gets like, I think, $900 per month on her pension, but she works at a bar, right? So when at her bar, she worked at this Legion. All the customers love her. The boss wants her to work overtime, but not pay her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you got to pay the people to work in the bar. And
you have a great day too, J&M. Hope you enjoyed. Come on back anytime you want. I'm here 1 day a week, definitely. And then I pop up whenever I get bored. So come on back.
And then she had problems with the other staff around her, you know. I guess jealousy because she's making tips.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand, in the States, everyone, you make sure you tip there. Up here, tipping is not mandatory.
Well, it's not mandatory here in the States either. It's just.
Oh, I didn't tip there one time, and I got someone pretty much wanted to kill me.
See, I'm a tipper. I will always tip because here waitresses and wait staff, can they still make less than minimum wage. And
less than minimum wage.
Yeah, if you're in that type of field, that and farming or agriculture, the minimum wage is not what the national minimum wage is.
What is the minimum wage in the U.S. right now?
Nationally, it's $7.25 an hour. Here in Maine, we're at 11.
Yeah, we're at 11.25 in Canada.
Yeah, we'll be going to 12 in January.
Yeah, supposedly we are too. Why doesn't Maine just join Canada?
Honestly, we would give you guys Aroostook County.
Yeah. I never could figure that out because people in Maine are like, we want to be Canada now for some reason. I go, why? It doesn't make any sense in there. I figured out why. I think they act like Canadians more. A little bit different than I think the rest of America. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Maine is, believe it or not, we're right there on the border with Quebec.
Yeah.
Maine is the second most French-speaking state in the United States.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah, I heard about that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And you know what? I never hear anybody speaking French, so I don't know where they come up with them numbers. But mostly it's the county because
Well, north from you in the tree country, right?
Yeah, well, we call it Rustic County. We call it the county. I don't know why, but because it's huge. You know, it covers half the state of Maine, that one county.
Yeah.
But up in the county, there's a lot of French speaking.
Yeah, I've been
People
through
up
there,
there.
and I heard. Yeah, I went through there with someone else from Quebec one time, and
You want to come do my dishes, Missy?
but that French they speak is not really. That's like Quebecois French. That's a total different French.
Yeah,
That
it's
French is,
Canadian French. It's not
yeah.
French.
No, Louisiana French is completely different again. And
Yeah, because that's French.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you said you was doing dishes. I asked if you wanted to come do my dishes. Um, but yeah, Maine's a little bit different than the rest of the country.
Heck, you can go to South Dakota. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of like upstate New York is it's like all across the border, you know.
Yeah.
They're all, and I think
Well, there's that one town. I think it's in Quebec in New York State or Vermont. That like half the other side of the street's Canada and the other side of the street's U.S.
Yep.
And they make such a big stink in that town where people were leaving in droves because the custom agent said, you know, you could stay on that side of the road, and as soon as you cross into this road, you have to call in and check in while driving. Like what? Like
Yeah,
these people are not. These people are
not.
not at fault. You know what I mean? But they make it at fault. Actually, there's this place. I think it's called Buffalo Bay in Manitoba on the corner, and it goes into the Lake of the Woods, and it's the United States. So to get there, you'd have to go through Canada to get to the United States again. So you'd have to go from North Dakota, or what is it? I think it's not North Dakota. Northern state and cross into Canada and Manitoba. But there's no guard there. There's no border guard. There's a phone. So you're supposed to stop at a freaking phone, call in saying you're entering Canada or entering the U.S. Where are you going? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. I think they should just get rid of the border for us. Tell you the truth. They did it in Europe. Just get rid of the border. If they make it where all Canadians can work and live in the States and all Americans can work and live up here, it wouldn't bug me any.
It wouldn't bother me. And we got a lot of what we get in Maine up in like the Caribou area and Presque Isle and stuff like that is we get a lot of nurses coming in from Canada to come to the United States because up there you guys have that
Medicare,
universal health care.
Yeah.
And what that does, that limits the amount of money that the doctors can make.
Yeah.
And the nurses and stuff like that. So they come across the border where they can make better money.
Oh, they still make $1 million a year or more.
Oh yeah, they still make money, but it's, you know, there is a limit because of where the government is paying for the health care. The government put a cap on how much you can charge.
That's why I haven't seen a doctor. I had 2 doctors. I got one doctor, he was really good, and then he went to California. And then I got another doctor, he went to Texas. So all the doctors, and I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. Then why would you become a doctor? You know what I mean?
Because they can make money down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son is going through med school. I'm not sure if he's doing it this fall or next fall. He took a couple years off, but he's going to med school, and he plans on staying right here in Maine to practice. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna make money anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
well,
stay where you are.
It's funny because his plans have changed. At first, he was going to go be a surgeon, and then he got doing research. And he said, and then he told me, he said, well, Dad, he said, I've decided I'm going to be a pathologist. And it's like, well, why would you do that? And he goes, I can become a surgeon. He said, and I can make $500,000 a year minimum.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but I'm on call 24 hours a day. I'll have to work sometime 36 hours straight. He goes, and stuff like that. He goes, or he said, I can become a pathologist, have the same training, go to work, make $250,000 a year, and just work 9 to 5, 5 days a week.
Yeah. What is a pathologist again?
Pathologist, it's not quite a corner, but they will do research on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know,
So it's like they do autopsies and stuff like that.
Autopsies and figure out why people died and study the diseases that they have and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I can work 9 to 5 and make, $250,000 a year. So I think that's better for being a family man than being a surgeon.
Yeah, but you know what? Family doctors, even in England, they were talking about this because a doctor in England makes $1 million a year. They make close to, I think, $700 to $1 million a year here. So how much money are they making in the States if they're a normal doctor? They must be making more than $2 or $3 million in the States.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but
because the nurses, I talked to one nurse. She was making, I think, over $36 an hour here, which is actually a really good wage.
Yeah, that's
in Canada for being a head nurse. She went to the States and she says she makes over $150 an hour.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but
because I know, like I said, we have a lot of people who go down, like they have houses in the States. Like I know someone in, I think they have in Arizona, they got a condo. Someone got sick and had to go to the hospital and they didn't have insurance. They were in the hospital for 1 day. The IV bag, $1,200.
Yeah, it's crazy.
To hook up that IV bag was $600.
Yeah.
Joking.
When I had my heart attack, I got the total bill. Yeah. It was $127,000, and they got a discount, so the total bill was $115,000. And it's like, thank God I had insurance. It ended up costing me $1,000 out of pocket. But I think that's ridiculous. Nobody can afford to get sick, which is kind of why I think the universal health care system is a good thing. Mm-hmm. But it's also a bad thing because then you're cutting into, you are limiting the amount of money the doctors can make. You are limiting. They try to push through, to get you in and out as fast as possible. And
well, you know what I think would be a really good idea, and it would work for everybody. And if everyone did this, so a child would get free healthcare. So a child from 0 age to the year of 18 years old would get free healthcare, no matter what.
Yes, I would totally agree with that.
Okay, anyone above the age of 65 to 120 gets free healthcare.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Okay, now everyone who does not or who has a job will pay $65 per month to their healthcare. Okay, so $65 per person every month goes to healthcare. If everyone did this universal one, it would actually work, because if everyone paid into a lower system of healthcare where they had to pay something from their work, so just like you're being taxed, and I guess you can work a half a day's wage for $65 at a normal job if you add it up, right?
Yeah.
So that's a half a day's work per month that you're paying for your healthcare. You're covered 100% for everything, except plastic surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, or anything like that. It's not covered. There's it only covers like the serious stuff and the hospital, or you need stitches or you break your foot.
Yeah, yeah.
It would work.
I have health insurance. I don't make a ton of money at work.
Yeah.
But what we do have is they pay for our health insurance. So I got the health insurance doesn't cost me a penny.
Yeah.
And they just dropped it, but I still get 6 sick days a year, 11 paid holidays. I'm up to 3 weeks paid vacation and my free health insurance. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't make a lot of money. But I don't know, they tried it, that Obamacare, and it just didn't work. College students, my kids are covered as long as they're in school. They're covered. Well, even if they're not in school, they're covered up until age 21 under my ex-wife's insurance. And my son, where he was in school until recently, can be covered up to the age of 26 under a family plan.
But you know what? These kids pay enough for the school where they go to. They're in debt. They should actually get free health care for them to those schools.
You would think, especially schools that they're going to for, medical school.
Yeah, I just find it ridiculous that there's people sleeping in their cars, like students sleeping in their cars going to school. They're homeless.
Well, I think
they can't afford a place, right?
I think with Lothar's idea, it would probably go under the same ruling of once you hit 18, if you're still in school, you're still not going to have to pay.
Yeah.
Kind of like the coverage we have here.
But like I said, it should be like Canada too, where it's all equal. You know what I mean? Like, because our system does not work.
No, I remember hearing stories about when Canada first went to the universal healthcare system, that the system was so backed up that you had kids dying from tonsillitis.
Yeah. We had a guy here, he waited, I think, what was it? 36 hours in an emergency room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, because here's the whole thing. People go to the emergency room to go see a doctor, right? For anything now. Okay, even if it's like, I got a sore toe, I got a sore tongue, I got, you know what I mean?
Yep.
What should happen is a nurse should see him, or a doctor should see him the first, check them in when they come in, check them in, do their situation. I remember I bumped my head at work, and the guy says, "No, you bumped your head. You got to go see we have to take you to the emergency room. It's our rule." Okay, so I went and go. I waited there 6 hours to even see a doctor to say, "Oh, how are you feeling? You got a headache?" I said, "No, I just bumped my head. I'm fine." The problem is, I could have walked into a clinic at 8 o'clock in the morning and got that problem solved. You know what I mean? Like little minor things could be pushed. Don't like in a hospital, they can have a clinic filled with 4 or 5 doctors who can take care of all the patients who are not an emergency patient. The problem is they mix non-emergencies with emergencies, and this is why people have to wait there. And that's going, you know what? That's not just in the United States. That's in Austria. That's in Germany.
Yeah.
In Germany, it's the same thing. Oh, your healthcare? Oh, this is how this works. The more money and you got you got insurance, you get pushed right up to the front.
Well, here, I know my hospital, there's a triage nurse. When you go in, she assesses the situation and she puts you on the list accordingly. If you go in and say you have chest pains, I actually went into the hospital with chest pains once. It was way before I had my heart attack, but I went in with chest pains, and within 5 minutes of getting in there, I was already undressed in a Johnny on a bed with an EKG machine hooked up to me within 5 minutes.
Yeah. See, that's a good thing. Okay. That's a really good thing.
And that was when I didn't have insurance.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing is, when you hypothetically, you call 911 here, and you said you're having heart problems. The fire department's going to come here with the paramedics first, and then you're going to wait for an ambulance for about 20 minutes, if you can get one. Okay, to take you to the hospital. Yep. So from beginning to start, it's going to take about an hour and a half to get you to the hospital.
You could be dead by then.
Yeah. Okay. The whole system, because here's the problem. We get people who are are drunk who call an ambulance, okay, or who are pretty much methed out on crystal meth, call an ambulance, get taken to the hospital, but the ambulance guys have to stay with that patient until that patient gets a doctor to see them. Well, that could take up to 3 hours. So now that ambulance crew is taken away for 4 hours every time they're called. But you see, that's the whole thing. If I needed an ambulance today, I would have to pay, I think it was $495 out of my own pocket. It's not covered up here. Transportation of an ambulance is not covered. If I needed to be airlifted, say from up north to down here, it will cost me 20 grand.
Ouch.
It's not covered. Transportation is not covered to the hospital. Medication's not covered. You can get Medicaid for $100 a month, so it's like $100 a year. If you got low income, then you get some of your medicines. I think you get most of the medicines for, I think, free or like really cheap. Dental's not covered. Dental has, the richest people in Canada are dentists.
Yeah.
One root canal is $15,000. No one can afford to go to the dentist here.
Yeah, no, I have dental insurance through my work. That they don't pay for, but it only costs me $18 a paycheck. So,
it's one thing I can't afford. Can't afford it at all. It's nuts. I couldn't believe how expensive a dentist is here. I spent over 20 grand, and it's like it didn't even hit nothing. You fixed 5 teeth. Oh, wow.
Oh, coffee's kicking in. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm going to go get myself a coffee.
All right.
I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
We haven't left you, Missy. We're still here.
Missy, watch the channel. Oh.
Good timing.
Yeah, welcome back.
It is now the Missy. It's not the Missy show. You're not on. You're doing dishes.
Yeah, you're doing dishes, Missy.
I'd have invited you on, but you was in bed being lazy, and now you're doing dishes. But I'm not going to be on too much longer.
No, I'm going to go probably take a nap. I'm so sore today.
I promised my wife I'd do those dishes, so I'm going to do them for her today, because last time I promised her I'd do them, I didn't get to them. So there's literally 20 minutes worth of dishes. I can go do that for her at least. And then I
didn't know you guys were newlyweds. I thought you guys were like a couple, like married for the last 25 years.
No, we've only known each other for 2 years.
Pretty cool. I didn't think you guys knew each other that long. Like,
no, it's
because you were saying you guys were both married 3 times before, and I go, holy smokes! Yeah. I got a German friend. He's been married 8 times already.
Yeah, he's
3 Catholic.
That's it for me. 3. Well, yeah. She's stuck with me because I ain't doing it again.
No.
But my first wife, I adore that lady right to this day. Tish, my wife, thinks the world of my first wife. She's just, her and I just kind of married too young, is what it boiled down to. And we were probably been better if we would have just stayed friends as opposed to getting married. But she's a lovely woman. I actually ran into her yesterday, and that's the one that I have. My 2 kids is with my first wife. My second wife, yeah, whatever.
Mistake number
if I
2.
see her, I say hi.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't go out of the way. Her kids, who were my stepkids at the time, they occasionally call me or they'll come around and see me and stuff like that because, you know, she had young kids when I married her. So
Okay.
they spent 7 years with me. So, you know, they still come around and see me, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I haven't seen anybody in like a year, but I still hear from them. They'll, you know, say hi to me on Facebook or something like that. But as far as she goes, yeah, I could care less. But I don't hold any ill will towards her. But the third one seems to be the one, I guess.
Yeah.
So we are lovebirds. Yeah, she's lovey-dovey. I'm not really a lovey-dovey guy. So
And I've been with the same woman for almost 18, 19 years now.
Missy's been with Mike for what? Over 20? You said 20? No. More than that. 25? Yes, Facebook is the devil, Missy. It is the devil. It is evil. It should be outlawed.
Here's a good thing about Facebook. I only have family members on my Facebook.
I don't like half my family, so.
Yeah, but that's why, because you have to understand this too, because I have my mom in Germany and she has no means of contacting me, but other family members can contact me through Facebook.
Yep.
Because the bastards are too cheap for a phone call. You know what I mean? Yep. So they're okay. I just don't, you know, my family is good to see every 20 years or so, every 10 years. That's fine. You know, have coffee and that's it. So the main reason why I have Facebook is because of my family, because my mom. So if my mom passes away, I'm just deleting Facebook.
Yeah, the only reason I have Facebook is right now is because my son and daughter-in-law will send us pictures of the grandkids
through
Facebook and stuff like that. And that's the only reason it goes off, and I don't even pay attention to it.
Well, yeah, and the whole thing is too, when I'm on someone's Facebook, like say I had another YouTuber as a friend on my Facebook channel. All his friends want to subscribe to me, and I didn't like his friends. You know what I mean? I don't want, because they asked me, have you seen him? I don't even live in Texas, so how the heck can I see him? I live in Canada. I don't know where he is, because I always get like, you talk to him, you're like, well, whenever he's on his channel, I'll call in and talk to him once in a while. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't know where he is. I don't know his private life. Do you know what I mean? I've never met the person before.
See, I don't believe that, Missy. Facebook is not what you make of it, because no matter who you get on there, they're going to be, a lot of them, I don't like, they will actually have an argument out in text.
Yeah.
That'll go for days and days and days. Yeah. They'll be arguing back and forth. Why would you want to put that out on Facebook? I don't want to see it, but it might be, you know, a cousin of mine that, or something like, which is exactly what I'm talking about. And she's great, but she has this, and she just argues with people, and it's just nuts. And, you know, and seriously, people will post what they had for breakfast. It's like, if I want to know.
No, I know.
If I want to know what they had for breakfast, what somebody had for breakfast, I will go on to YouTube and watch somebody doing a mukbang. Then I can shut it off. You know, it's just, I don't know. I just mukbang. Facebook is just.
Listen, I've deleted some of my cousins in Germany because I got like some stupid comment, blah blah blah, and this and this and this. I go, you know what? Unfriend. I just unfriend them. I say, you know what? I don't have to listen to your bullshit, and I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
but
you see, the problem is too is when a family
Germany, my
member,
cousins are 20 minutes down the road.
yeah. But like I said, like every second cousin and every second person in Berlin is like my cousin, right? So pretty much, like I have a huge family in Germany. Well, in Berlin, Germany. But my mom's getting old, so she's 84, or 84, 85 years old.
Yeah, but that's too much work, Missy. If I want to go on, I just want to go on and enjoy it and not have to deal with blocking people and unfollowing them and doing all that stuff. I just want to enjoy it. So I just leave it the way it is,
Yeah.
ignore it unless I get a message from one of my kids.
Yeah. And then I got a niece, she's a vegetarian, and all she does is put those gruesome pictures on there, how animals get slaughtered. I don't want to see that on the Facebook page.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like,
Two,
constantly. It's like, if you're an activist, I don't want to see your shit on my page. I'm sorry.
2 years ago, was the last time I went hunting, and I got a deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even thinking. And I sent my boss a picture of me with a deer.
Yeah.
And then after I hit send, I'm like, oh my God, he's a vegetarian. And all I could go through my head was, all I could remember is why.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember
Did I
why he was a vegetarian. But then he sent me back a text and said, that's cool, congratulations. And then when I went back to work and I talked to him, he goes, no, he said, I'm a vegetarian because meat doesn't agree with my body.
Yeah.
He's a vegetarian for health reasons. So he don't mind. He understands that, people do this and he's okay with it. But the first thing that popped in my head is, oh my God, what did I just do? I sent a vegetarian a picture of me with a dead deer.
Yeah, and I know people who can't eat nothing but meat. Do you know what I mean? Because if they got Crohn's,
yep,
and
my
all they
dog,
can eat is meat. They can't even have coffee. They can't have sugar. All they can is eat meat. That's all they do.
Yeah,
They can eat any kind of meat, like fish, chicken, beef, and pork, lamb. They can eat all the meat products, but they can't eat any vegetables or anything like that, or bread or anything like that.
Well, what he's not an actually vegetarian. He's what they call a pescatarian, which means he eats fish and seafood.
Okay.
But he can't eat seafoods because he's allergic to them.
Oh.
So basically, the only meat he can eat is fish.
Okay.
And chicken, but he just don't like chicken. So
I can eat chicken every day. I love chicken.
Yeah, so he just eats his vegetables and his fish and stuff like that. But he does it for health reasons, not for.
You know what used to gross me out as a kid? What my mom used to eat was schmaltz. You ever heard of schmaltz?
No.
It's lard.
I've heard of
on
lard.
bread. Yeah, so she used to eat it's like Jewish food, but it's rendered down beef fat, and it's like a spreadable like peanut butter, but it's just fat, and they usually put it on bread like butter.
Yeah, no,
and people eat that all the time, and I never, like a kid, you get so grossed out, but then right now, a couple of years ago, I had it again. I go, damn, that's really good stuff. I should add more schmaltz.
Well, your taste
Missy knows what schmaltz is.
Your taste buds change every so often. Either when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I loved what they call shelled beans. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, I know what they are.
I loved them. I can't stand them now.
Yeah.
But also, when I was a kid, I couldn't stand fiddleheads.
Fiddleheads.
Fiddlehead
okay.
is
I know what it is.
It's a fern, and when it first comes up, you can cut it off and cook it and eat it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
If it develops, then it's actually poisonous.
Okay.
But I didn't like them. Now I love them. So your taste buds change as you get older.
Yeah, they do. So. Like, I don't know. I can, because there's German food. Like, if I go to Germany.
Missy, do you want to come on with us now?
The thing I love to eat when I hit Germany, and even before I go see anybody, I go to my grandmother's old restaurant. Well, she didn't own it, but she was she was always there. I order pig hawk, like a pig's trotter, not trotter, but hawk. What's what it called? Pig hawk. Like, yeah.
It's the part just above
the leg.
It's not just. It's actually part of the leg, but it's just above the knee joint.
Yeah. So I get that.
Okay. I'll send you an invite.
I get that with sauerkraut, and comes with potatoes and split pea soup on the side. It's called ice bind, so it's called ice leg. And I get that every single time because no one can make it. Like, it's just something what's in me where I love to have that. It's like the only food I like to grab. And it's getting harder and harder to find. And I think the Czech Republic the Czech Republic usually does it, and they usually get it. But
we got Misty on with us now.
Good morning.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Not too bad. We're talking about schmaltz. You want a schmaltz sandwich?
No, thank you.
Why?
I don't eat animal products.
Oh no, Missy.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Republican. Now you know my secret.
Now I know why she saved the spider.
You still love me though, right?
Oh, I do.
Yep.
I love this cat too, even though it's freaking annoying and won't stay out of my lap.
Don't eat it.
I wouldn't. Well, I would if I had to. If I was hungry enough, I would.
You don't eat any meat, Missy? You don't even eat gefilte fish?
Gefilte fish.
Yeah.
Is that 48 hours or something?
Yeah.
Gefilte fish. Gefilte fish. Oh my gosh.
Me, I'm an avid member of PETA.
Okay, what's the all right? Let me hear.
People eating tasty animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like beaver.
This is why I never mention it, because I get people with their bacon though. They're I gotta eat my meat.
Hey, I like my meat, but I tell you what, I dated when I was age 16 to 21. I dated a girl that her and her mother were vegetarians.
Yeah.
I had some of the best meals at that house. But then again, her father would sit down and she would go out and her mother and her would eat a vegetarian meal. And me and her father would have steak, and he'd say, Errol, he said, I love it when you come over.
Well, Mike and Brandon eat meat. So
yeah, it's a personal choice. So
well, Brandon was vegetarian, I guess, until he was like 9, and then we moved into Mike's mother's to help take care of her. And but I always gave him the choice. I was like, it's always your choice, I never pushed it on my kids,
Yep. Yeah, I don't like pushy vegetarians, which basically is vegans. You are pushy people.
I lost audio. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, it was weird. I didn't hear you. Okay.
Vegans seem to be pushy.
No, not all vegans.
Maybe not all vegans, but a lot of vegans are pushy. They think that that's the way it should be. And
there's fanatics in everything, So
yeah.
It just, to me, it's like, I don't know. Everyone did. I don't know.
Hey, I like my meat. I'm not going to push it on a vegetarian and say, oh, you're missing the bacon, which I don't get the whole bacon hype. I like bacon, but the whole bacon hype thing is like, I don't like it that much. Seriously, bacon is fried up pig fat with a little bit of meat in it.
Bacon is like, so as far as health-wise, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
Smells good when it's cooking.
I like Canadian bacon.
I've never had that. That's that thick bacon.
No one eats that up here.
Well, no, you guys just call it bacon.
It's
Yeah,
like
we just call it bacon.
English muffin.
A Canadian bacon is a thinly sliced ham steak, is basically what it is.
Yeah.
And
French fries.
Oh, you know what's really good? You'd really like is P-mel bacon.
I don't know what it is.
P-mel bacon is pretty much wrapped with breadcrumbs on the outside.
Oh my God.
It's really good.
I like bacon.
It's like Canadian bacon with steroids.
Yeah. What I did get a kick out of is I told you about the girl I was dating that lived up in New Brunswick, and I went up there once and she ordered a pepperoni pizza.
Yep.
The pepperoni was basically bologna with spices in it.
Yep.
It was not the same pepperoni we have here. He's putting a mask on. He's gonna rob you, Missy.
He's just trying to hide his breath.
Yeah.
So I actually drove her across the border to a store in Maine, and we picked up some pepperoni, and I made a mistake and ran my mouth, and we went back across the border. And he's like, what was you doing? I said, well, I went to Maine. I said, I wanted to get some real pepperoni. You guys ain't got any up here. And he tore my car all apart. He did allow me to take the pepperoni in, which normally they don't, but it was just a stick about, this long. So he went ahead and allowed them. And I went and made a homemade pepperoni pizza up there. And her son fell in love with that and made his mother from then on go across the border and get pepperoni to put on their pizza.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, that's my story for the day.
Good story. Good story. So we're not the only ones here. Is anybody else here?
I don't think anybody else is here.
No, there's only 2 people watching. Me,
That's not true, right? And
Yeah,
you.
You and Lothar.
So Lothar, you and I are 2 people. Maine-iac doesn't count. So how many people? I'm not even looking at the screen right now.
Yeah,
we'll tell everyone to type in something, right? So here you go. Hi. There you go.
Yeah, it's always good to type in so then somebody can find you if they want to. Because I hate that you go to a chat and you see somebody and they seem like they might be interested, so you go, they're talking, and they seem like they might be an interesting person, but then you can't find them in the chat to go to their channel because they haven't typed in anything.
Yeah.
So when my chat starts, first thing I do is type hello, so that people can find me if they want.
Well, when their names, like I had where I had my pickles, was different than their actual channel name. They have no clue.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to go live maybe in a week or so.
What does mine say?
All right, talk again. Maine-iac. It says Maine-iac.
Does it? Okay. I weren't sure if because on mine end it just says you.
Hey, my name is you also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
my stove. Let me move my plug over so I can clean my stove and see the chat. So I don't want to talk across the room.
The missus was a little groggy this morning.
I had a lot of fun with Tish last night.
Yeah, I was telling Lothar, I think what I'm going to do is, you know how I go on, I plan on going on every Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to talk to her and see if she wants to make that a continual ladies' night.
Woohoo!
And, guys are welcome in the chat and stuff, but only ladies on the panel.
Yeah, why not?
If she wants to do that, then, that'll be cool, and that'll be the regular Thursday. Because I pop on whenever I'm getting bored anyway. So, then I can just sit in the corner and do my little thing and help her run the computer. And
I think it's really cute. I love it.
I might want to go. I want to go live just once on my channel, though. You know what I mean? Just once. I want to get a whole bunch of people to come in my room and chat for about an hour. Because I have never gone live once in my life, and people are saying, please go live at least once. And then
it takes a bit to get people in the channel. Like this one here, this is a slow morning. I've gotten up to where I have an average of between 6 and 10 people in the chat. They will, different ones will come and go, but about 6 to 10,
yeah,
are there. This morning we had as much as, well, we had 6 or 7 in here at one point. It said nobody was chatting, but there were 6 or 7 people in here.
Well, you got 10 thumbs up.
Yeah. So I know that at least 10 people have come in. But
thumbs up, damn it. Hang on.
And the going live, I found that I like OBS because I like what I can do with OBS, but the going live, as I talked to, it gives you somebody to talk to if you bring somebody up on your panel, and it keeps the conversation going more because there's a lot of dead silence when there's only a few people in there and you got one person talking. It creates a lot of dead silence. So
it does. Yeah.
The panel is good.
Plus, the panel can put out questions, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and ask questions or joke around or, have a sense of humor or something, right? So
yeah. The biggest problem with the panel is if you get too many on it, you tend to concentrate on what everybody else is saying, and you forget to look over at the chat when somebody might ask you a question. That's why
I got 2 computers, and I always got one, the chat room open.
Yeah.
And then if someone comes on live, like remember you were saying, you just pop in for a second, give them a thumbs up, and you just go back out again, because I have a couple of older friends. I don't really like their stuff, but I'll say hi to them and give them a thumbs up and leave. You know what I mean? It's just nice for them. Like I try to do that because there is like you guys introduced me to Cab 7.
Yes.
Okay, so Nike too. I think Nike did. I never knew the person, so he's pretty famous. I looked them up, but that's how you meet other people, is through other people giving you advice, right? Like saying hello, and doing that.
Yep.
And going on that person's show, or because not every format is going to suit that person. You know what I mean? Of talking.
Right. Yeah. I have a lot of people that I talk with that I'm not really into what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I like them. The perfect example is Nomadic Bike. I have no interest in living in a van, but his personality and him is very drawn.
He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy.
To him.
Yeah.
And he is a great guy. And I go to all of his, well, not all of his live streams, but I try to go into his live streams, even if it's just saying hi and stuff, because I like him as a person.
Yeah.
And then there's other van ones out there that I'll go and I'll watch I'll watch 1 or 2 of their videos, but I'm not really dedicated to watching their videos because I really don't have a big interest in that.
Well, the funniest one is about 2 weeks ago, I tuned into this Christian couple talking on YouTube, right? Because they were in the live. If you go into the settings, there's a live setting, and they were in the group, so they were trending. So I went into just to listen to them for the first 30 minutes, and I left a comment and everything else, and then I just said hi, and I said hi to all the people in the room, of course, and everything else. And this guy, I should have had it videotaped, because you wouldn't believe what this guy said to me. This guy this is supposedly one of these good Christians. You know what? He had a lot of good things to say. I don't get that, but he said, "Get off of my live stream," and I'm going, "What the heck is he talking about?" I go, "Are you talking to me?" And he goes, "I don't know who you are, but you better just get the effing out of here." And the guy went mental because I was in his live stream. And I've never, and I should have, and I had this gut feeling that I should have put my editor on so I could record it, because people will not believe me.
Right.
Wow.
And I'm going, what the
Now-
fuck am I getting into? Like I said, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not going live. I'm not going to go to any more live shows because the guy actually scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, the thing is, some people just all they want to do is they want to get on live and chat with their friends. Well, which is fine, but there's a setting for that. It's called private. Only the
But this guy wasn't though. This guy
Right.
wasn't. He looked at my name, and he looked at my. I guess he went. He was on there with his wife. So I guess they looked at my channel, or someone else in the room looked at my channel. And he's looking up, and I seen someone like doing this, like like waving to him or something or other, and he just like, I've never seen that in my life.
Huh. Crazy.
Where someone like, you know, you don't yell at people. Hey, you say, you know what? We don't really know you, so don't leave a comment. You know what I mean? We just don't know you. You know,
Right.
we're not going to comment on your comments because we just don't know you.
I don't go.
I would have been happy with that. I would have said, okay, no problem. I'll leave. I'll go to another channel. I'll go somewhere else. But no, it's like, you're a Christian and you're yelling and you're going, get the fuck off my channel. Like and that will scare the shit out of you.
All right, guys. I have to call Mike back because he didn't get my text about my shopping list. So
Okay.
Okay, give me some. I'm just gonna mute it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I don't really go to a lot of live channels unless I'm referred to it. Like Nike Girl, that is a great channel.
Yeah.
That one was funny, but I never would have gone to it if Missy hadn't said, "Hey, I'm going over here onto this channel. Why don't you come join us?" And I went over, and so I don't
even know how I got on her channel. Because she left a comment somewhere else, and I can't remember where. And it was about, you know, how she says handicapped people are attracted to her live chat. She has a very a lot of handicapped people on her channel.
Uh-huh.
So I go, okay. I found out a little kind of not weird, but I wanted to investigate it, and I got onto her. So I subscribed to her channel, and then she was on live, and I listened to her channel, and I said, you know what, I'll say hello and see how she is, or you know what I mean? Because someone says no, she's really, really nice to people who are handicapped. So
we lost Missy.
Yeah, I think she's having some echo problems there too. She was having.
Yeah, I'll just send her another invite in case she decides to come back. But I'm not going to be on here too much longer. So
No, I'm going to take it easy today too. So because I'm going to get burnt out, and because if I get burnt out, I flip out, and that's all I need to do is go to jail because I killed somebody. Because people like me. I'm a nice guy, but I get angerman problems sometimes.
There's Missy. I see her hair.
Yeah, we see up her nose.
No. And a hand. What the heck are you doing?
Can you see anything?
Well, not now. You got your hand over the screen.
Good.
She's my sugar.
She's home alone today, so she's probably running around the trailer naked. Is what it is.
She's naked around the trailer.
Damn it! Yeah. Damn it!
Okay, well, I'm gonna run because I need to use the can and everything else. So I will talk to you later. Are you gonna be on later on tonight, or you don't know yet?
I don't know yet because there's a lot of people that go on live Friday nights.
Yeah, I know, and I got. See, the whole thing is, I got one channel I usually go to, and he's been off for the last 2 weeks, and no one knows why. So I've been telling everybody he went to prison. So I got a lot of explaining to do because when I call in, if he does come on, I think he went on holidays with his dad, but I told pretty much about 300 people that he went to prison, and he won't be coming out for the next 20 years. So I gotta have a lot of explaining to do, and I'll probably get yelled at for my joke, my sense of humor joke I do every year, but people fall for it.
So,
Well,
all
if you're
right.
on, if you're
Well,
on
you
later
have-
tomorrow
okay.
or something like that, I'll tune in for a bit and I'll see if you're.
All right. Well, if for some reason nobody goes on tonight, I may go on live again tonight.
Okay.
So, all right. You have a good one.
You too. Take care.
All right. Bye.
See you, Missy. Bye.
Just you and I, Missy. Nobody else is here. She's muted. Okay, well, I think it's time I end this broadcast for today. Anybody that came in and followed, thank you for coming. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for those thumbs up. And we will talk to you next time. Missy, I'm not leaving you. You can stay here and talk to me. I'm just going to stop the broadcast. So, everyone have a good day. See you next time.